Your top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts, bringing value home. A magistrate does have the jurisdiction to grant permission for overseas travel. Nigel Hughes challenges Attorney General's claim. Anouk ready to push the envelope as calls mount for the use of biometrics at next elections. And Mayor and City Council rolls out Christmas season garbage collection plan. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Travis Chase with the Thursday, December 12 edition of the HGP Nightly News. Here's what you need to know this evening. Government's recent retroactive salary increase for public servants is not a pittance, so says the People's Progressive Party Civics General Secretary in defense of the pay hike. Here is more. In his usual style, People's Progressive Party Civic spokesman Barra Jagdeo has defended government's increase of 10% retroactive pay hike for 2024 and 8% for 2025. Mr. Jagdeo, who was speaking during his Thursday afternoon press conference, believes that his government is putting more money into the pockets of public servants than the APNU-AFC government did during its tenure.
This is a significant increase. It means that it is an increase of 66%. The wage bill for the public sector has increased from 2020 to now by 66%. That is from $126 billion to $210 billion.
The main opposition, the People's National Congress Reform, has already said that the Guyana Public Service Union negotiated pay hike for 2024 and 2025 is highway robbery. Mr. Jagdeo responded to those claims.
So I dare any one of them, the Norton or any one of the others, to challenge whether this is factual, whether this is public sector wages bill. So it costs us now $100 billion more per year.
Former Finance Minister Winston Jordan is already on record as saying that the 10% increase would not mean much for public servants, given the rising cost of living, especially in Guyana.
Now they're saying that's a pittance. They're saying that is a pittance. $100 billion increase more per year, from $126 billion in 2020 to $227 billion in 2025 it will be, when we add the 8%.
President Afrin Ali also announced the introduction of qualification allowances effective January 1, 2025. Holders of ACCA qualifications will receive an additional $15,000 monthly, while individuals with master's and doctoral degrees will receive $22,000 and $32,000 monthly, respectively. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. Prominent attorney-at-law Nigel Hughes headbutts Attorney General Anil Nandlal for challenging Acting Chief Magistrate Faith Magusti's ruling to grant the wife of embattled Assistant Commissioner of Police Calvin Brutus to leave the country. You'll have more from Tiana Cole.
Prominent attorney-at-law Nigel Hughes, in a telephone interview at this newscast on Thursday, challenged Attorney General Anil Nandlal's decision about Acting Chief Magistrate Faith Magusti's decision to allow Adonica Aldo to travel. While reluctant to comment extensively due to the potential litigation, Hughes addressed the Attorney General's broad assertion regarding the magistrate's jurisdiction.
The magistrate does have jurisdiction to give permission to leave the country.
During his weekly program, Issues in the News, the Attorney General criticized the Acting Chief Magistrate's decision to release Aldo's passport for medical travel. Nandlal contended that magistrates have no statutory authority to permit defendants to leave the jurisdiction, arguing that such permission must come from the High Court.
Now, it is my respectful contention that a magistrate has no jurisdiction or power to grant permission for a defendant to leave the jurisdiction where the defendant is charged with a criminal offense and has been granted bail.
He explained that when a person enters a not guilty plea, the court has three options, particularly if the trial is delayed. Those options would be to remand the defendant to prison, to grant bail, or to release the defendant on his or her own recognizance.
And the magistrate court, being a court of a creature of statute, has no power in the statute, in the legislation, to grant you power to leave the jurisdiction. No magistrate has that power.
He said persons granted bail at the level of the magistrate's court and are desirous of leaving the country must get permission from the High Court. However, on Thursday, Attorney U.C. Anderson, in a press statement addressing misconceptions surrounding the matter, he clarified that the High Court's October 18, 2024 refusal to review the Ministry of Home Affairs decision did not restrict all this movement. Once charged on October 24, 2024, only Chief Magistrate Faith McGusty held jurisdiction over all these bail conditions. On December 5, 2024, the magistrate lawfully allowed Holder to travel for urgent medical reasons, citing the Bail Act. Anderson defended the magistrate's actions as legally sound, emphasizing that no High Court order prohibited Holder's travel. He rejected claims of jurisdictional overreach, underscoring that the magistrate had discretion under the law to grant the necessary permission. Holder and her husband, Calvin Brutus, currently faced multiple fraud and money laundering charges. Tiana reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Tiana. Antonio Day now reports that a new and united Guyana ANUG has joined other political parties in their push for a clean voters list and the implementation of enhanced biometrics. Here's more.
While expressing dissatisfaction with the Internal Affairs at the Guyana Elections Commission GCOM regarding the development of an improved voting system, a new and united Guyana ANUG's chairman, Dr. Mark France, is willing to push the envelope for extensive research to be done regarding the implementation of biometrics in the voting process.
And we will take it upon ourselves to put forward the solutions, to do the research, to find the agencies that can capture the population in less than 6 months, because it was done in Ghana. 35 million people were captured.
In reference to Ghana, which has a population of over 30 million, Dr. Franz noted that the West African country was able to implement the use of biometrics within less than 6 months. He said that Ghana, with a very small population base compared to the West African nation, has no excuse than to adopt this mechanism.
The firms that have the rights for the voting machines, the security aspect of it, it's already out there. We do nothing to reinvent the wheel. It's just a matter of research. And if no one is willing to do it and present it to GCOM, who are the body that is paid to do it, we're going to take up that challenge.
Recently, political analyst Dr. Henry Jeffrey posited that additional biometrics should be implemented in order to promote transparency and accountability during the electoral process.
He will have to take a stand, and that stand should be with the party that wants something that can lead to a fairer election.
While several prominent political parties firmly believe in the use of biometrics, a newly formed political party whose leader, Sharon Downer, now a defector PPC member, had this to say.
But with respect to biometrics and the introduction of biometrics, I wish not to say anything on that at this time. I wish not to make a pronouncement on that at this time.
Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Meanwhile, one political analyst firmly believes biometrics is the way forward and should be implemented for the upcoming general and regional elections.
Many political parties have called for the removal of Guyana Elections Commission GCOM's chairperson, Claudette Singh, over claims of incompetence and biased decisions in favor of the ruling People's Progressive Party Civic, known as the PPC. Political analyst Dr. Henry Jeffrey, during an exclusive interview with Nightly News, added his voice to the discussion.
It is in theory supposed to be, as the election body, fair to all sides, independently. So it's only the chairman who was appointed by both sides can be relatively neutral as such. The others have party interest.
The opposition is demanding a clean voters list and the use of biometrics as a major step towards avoiding irregularities when citizens cast their ballots next year. But there seems to be a dilly-dally on the subject by the state. On November 8, PPPC General Secretary Barjaglio claimed to have repeatedly pushed for a clean voters list in order to ensure a transparent electoral process.
I've spoken many times about cleaning up the list. I said it here. I said, don't wait to get these dead people off. Wait on a couple this year and a couple next year. Go back for maybe 10, 15 years and get the entire list from GRO and publish it in the newspapers.
The politician said funding for GCOM will be made available, but the electoral body must agree on ways to improve the electoral process.
Whatever GCOM wants to ensure that the elections are properly held, they will get financially. There will be no constraint to free and fair elections.
The GCOM chair at a recent press briefing when posed the question regarding the use of biometrics said that discussions are still ongoing. However, Jeffrey said that chairman's decision must be premised on good conscience and not political pressure nor influence.
She should have done what it's necessary to do to have an expert opinion on the need for biometric and have a clear position if biometric is good or bad for Guyana to sell to the parties. She's not.
Additional biometrics should be implemented in order to promote transparency and accountability during the electoral process, he posited.
Have to take a stand, and that stand should be with the party that wants something that can lead to a fairer election.
If Ghana with a population of over 30 million can have biometric voting, what makes Guyana an exception? The political analyst questioned. Antonio D reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Antonio, for your reporting. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Shop and win up to $10 million in cash and prizes at Court's Millionaire Jackpot. Shop from November 1 to December 24, 2024 at any Court store. 10 weekly winners at every Court store countrywide from November 10, 2024. And the grand drawing takes place on December 24, 2024 at the Court's Mega Store. Court's, bringing value home. Conditions apply.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc., powering your life with elegance, quality, and key.
Modern Graphics is now the #1 sign manufacturer in the Caribbean. We offer the most modern and contemporary types of signs, including channel letters, halo designs, and architectural signage. With a vast variety of colors and lighting effects to choose from, we can professionally manufacture and install your sign so your business can shine among others. Visit us today at 6 Corbane Park, Annandale. Telephone 220-1977 or like us on Facebook.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and we've got the most wonderful deals. Get the perfect gift from Digicel. Grab the Samsung A05 for just $17,900, the A25 for $37,900, or treat yourself to the S24 Ultra for only $205,000. And that's not all. Every phone comes with a free 30-day data plan. Don't wait. These holiday savings won't last forever. Visit your nearest Digicel store today. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
Our luxury transportation company is seeking a highly motivated and customer-focused call center representative to join our dynamic team. We're looking for an energetic, exceptional communicator to handle all incoming calls, provide top-notch customer service, responding to the needs of customers, capable of selling and giving information on our services. Requirements: college graduate, 1+ year of customer service experience, call center preferred, excellent communication, listening, and problem-solving skills, ability to work in a fast-paced environment, computer skills, fast learning on computer software a must, paying top salary for the right individual. This is a full-time position. You must have experience before applying. Please email your resume. For more info, call VJ on 623-9523.
Welcome back to the HGP Nightly News. Thanks for staying with us. We tell you now that the Georgetown Mayor and City Council on Thursday rolled out its waste disposal plans for the Christmas holidays. Tiana Cole will tell you more.
Director of the Solid Waste Management Committee, Walter Narine, revealed that data over the years show that constituencies 8, 10, 11, and 13 generate significantly more garbage during the Christmas season. To address this, the council has increased garbage collection in these areas to twice a week compared to the usual once-weekly schedule. This initiative began on November 27 and will run until January 25, 2025, costing an additional $8 million on top of the usual $21 million monthly expenditure for waste collection.
All constituencies in Georgetown receive one collection per week. We have increased these collections for these 4 constituencies to 2 collections per week.
The council also recognized the need for additional bulky and parapet waste removal during this period. Constituencies 8, which is Wortmanville, Wortkinross, and Stabroek. Constituency 10, which is Alboyston and Charlestown. Constituency 11, East and West the Penitence and Middle Road. And Constituency 13, East and West Rheinwald, are the primary focus areas.
It comes at a cost of $8 million more to council. Rather than our normal $21 million we spend every month for collection of waste, this is an additional $8 million for the second clearance for only 4 constituencies.
Narine explained that contractors have been directed to include parapet and bulky waste collection in their contracts for an 8-week period.
And you can also look at it as a form of us giving back to the community, because last year we had a horrible experience.
Clayton Hines, Solid Waste Committee Chairman, acknowledged the yearly challenge of managing increased waste disposal during the Christmas season. He noted that the Council has allocated additional funding to also prevent indiscriminate dumping. Hines reiterated the Council's commitment to making the city as clean as possible for the holiday season.
On one, the removal of carpet and bulky waste in the constituency during this season. But we also would like to encourage our citizens to make sure that you adhere to this kind of request of disposing of your garbage in a responsible way. Do not engage in indiscriminate dumping.
Tiana reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
A new partnership between Guyana and Canada is set to transform the lives of Indigenous and migrant children across Guyana. This is through a $3 million Canadian initiative. More from Carice Gonzalez.
A joint initiative between Guyana and Canada aims to improve the quality of life and educational opportunities for migrant children and undeserved communities in the country's hinterland regions. The project, which targets communities in regions 1, 2, 7, 8, and 9, seeks to enhance living conditions, improve educational access, and provide essential early childhood support to thousands in the country's hinterland and coastal communities. During its launch on Tuesday at the Grand Coastal Hotel, East Coast Demerara, Dr. Vinay Prasad, Minister of Human Services and Social Security, said the project will address key factors that hinder development of children under 4 years old.
We are at that foundational point where we can not only easily identify but ensure that these children receive the intervention that they require from health, and they are very much geared to enter the formal educational arena.
The minister also revealed plans to roll out a comprehensive early childhood policy. In partnership with UNICEF, the ministry aims to create a robust early childhood development curriculum as part of the Women's Investment and Innovation Network, WIN. Additionally, by 2025, the ministry intends to open 2 new day and night care facilities to support early childhood education.
Coming out of these centers, we are equipping persons who are interested in childcare and would like to open their own centers, day and night care in early childhood centers. We want to equip them with the skills. We will also handhold those persons so when they're setting up their own community centers, they're fully au fait with all of the elements, dimensions, and nuances of early childhood development.
Additionally, Canadian High Commissioner to Guyana Sebastian Siwa emphasized the project's transformative potential for both migrant and host communities. He underscored the long-term benefits of enhancing educational and living conditions for children in remote areas of Guyana.
On education, health, gender equality, and support for Indigenous, migrant, and remote communities, we are creating a more just, equitable, and sustainable world for current and future generations. The early years of child life are critical. They develop essential cognitive, social, and emotional skills that set the stage for their future success.
The project, backed by $3 million Canadian investment from Canada, is part of an ongoing effort to improve conditions for migrant and host communities across Guyana's hinterland. Launched in 2021, it will run until 2026 with the aim of assisting 40,000 children under the age of 4 and 20,000 parents and caregivers, providing vital support to strengthen family structures and educational outcomes in these communities. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
An attorney at law believes society must move away from discrimination. This was highlighted at an event to commemorate International Human Rights Day. The story from Daisy Richards.
The Guyana Together campaign, in partnership with the Rotary Club Georgetown, commemorated International Human Rights Day on Wednesday. They sought to amplify the call for the removal of laws that criminalize same-sex intimacy in Guyana. Attorney at law Nikhil Ramkaran, in his address, said that society needs to move away from discrimination.
And to move towards a society where we can have a complete lack of discrimination on the basis of a physical, mental, or any other characteristic that is different from ourselves.
He highlighted that progress can be made in a place where prejudices are not the basis for discrimination.
We have to move ourselves to see that we are all people. There is not a single person in this room who looks exactly like any other person. There is not a single person in this room who believes exactly the same things as any other person in this room. But we don't see those things.
He added that a person must not only be seen by their outward appearance,
but your internal person, your thinking, your reasoning, your beliefs, those things, we can't look and see that those things are different.
Joel Simpson, the managing director of the Society Against Sexual Orientation Discrimination, said that they will continue to amplify their call. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Thank you, Daisy, for your reporting. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Shop and win up to $10 million in cash and prizes at Court's Millionaire Jackpot. Shop from November 1 to December 24, 2024 at any Court store. 10 weekly winners at every Court store countrywide from November 10, 2024. And the grand drawing takes place on December 24, 2024 at the Court's Mega Store. Court's, bringing value home. Conditions apply.
Start your day with a burst of pure, refreshing energy. Langer's Juice, packed with 100% real fruit, no added sugars, and all natural ingredients. Our juice is nature's perfect refreshment. So whether you're fueling up for the day or sharing a moment with loved ones, our juice delivers the taste and nutrients your body craves. Langer's Juice, distributed by Prime Imports Guyana, 1819 Lombard Street, Charlestown. Telephone 231-3117.
Welcome back to the HGP Nightly News. The Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation has successfully completed 8 complex brain tumor removal surgeries in 1 week following the launch of Operation Brain Tumor. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
Last month, Chief Executive Officer of the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, GPHC, Robbie Rambaran, announced the acquisition of a state-of-the-art $69 million cochlear clarity surgical system. This groundbreaking equipment, the first of its kind in Guyana and the Caribbean, has revolutionized neurosurgery at Guyana's premier health institution. According to Rambaran, this advanced technology initiated Operation Brain Tumor will address the significant backlog of surgeries.
There was a backlog of surgeries. There were actually 37 patients that were awaiting surgeries. To date, we have completed 8 of those.
Chief Neurosurgeon Dr. Armnaut Dookie described the cochlear clarity system as one of the most advanced surgical tools for removing delicate tumors in different areas of the brain. He emphasized that previously, such complex surgeries had to be performed overseas.
Because we are not fully equipped to safely deal with these type or to resect or to remove these type of brain tumors.
The aim is to clear the list by early next year, according to Dr. Dookie.
Early in the new year, we'll be able to completely have this list at zero. This is a team effort, and we would like to therefore include the services of anesthesia and intensive care unit in Operation Brain Tumor. Without them, we would not be able to pull off 8 cases in 5 days.
Of the 8 surgeries performed, 7 were completed successfully on the first attempt. 1 case required additional intervention due to a brain bleed, which was also resolved safely. 5 patients have already been discharged from the hospital. One of the standout cases involved a 10-year-old boy from Leguan who was diagnosed with medulloblastoma, a fast-growing brain tumor affecting the cerebellum. His mother, Lalita Singh, shared their emotional journey.
I'm thankful to him and his team and to God that I have my son here with me today. And I encourage the public to use Georgetown Hospital. Use the system. It's good. Good care is here, and I'm sure that better is going to come.
She recounted that back in May, her son experienced frequent bouts of vomiting accompanied by gruesome headaches, which were all misdiagnosed as a stomach issue. By August, his symptoms worsened, prompting a visit to an eye specialist. The diagnosis of medulloblastoma was confirmed through an MRI. Meanwhile, with the cochlear clarity equipment, surgical times are significantly reduced, complications minimized, and precision greatly enhanced. This marks a new era in neurosurgery for GPHC, as it provides patients with access to life-saving procedures which are closer to home. Tiana reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
East Street in Georgetown welcomed a new restaurant which will complement the already thriving restaurant industry. We'll have more details from Daisy Richards.
On Wednesday, the DM restaurant and bar was open to the public. The restaurant is the first of its kind in East Street and will offer a variety of cuisines according to its proprietor, Lachmi Mahadio.
Some people to come in here like chef, somebody to do Trinidadian food, some people to do Spanish food, some people to do like, each day we must have, I want to bring in Surinamese dish too.
The businesswoman said this is just one of her many business ventures as she seeks support from a hotel which is also located on site.
This venture that I'm into here now with this restaurant and bar, and also we opened today a laundry service.
Meanwhile, Dr. Sally, a doctor practicing at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, said the restaurant will particularly be supported by student doctors who intern at the facility.
The street desperately needed a place to sit and eat. It's medical students who get trained in rest of the Caribbean countries, Barbados medical colleges, and the Taxila medical colleges here, and the Rajiv Gandhi, they all come for the Georgetown Public Hospital for training. So they are finding it very difficult to find a restaurant to sit and eat.
The restaurant also boasts a delivery service. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Stay tuned for your regional news.
This is Offshore Diaries.
Shop and win up to $10 million in cash and prizes at Court's Millionaire Jackpot. Shop from November 1 to December 24, 2024 at any Court store. 10 weekly winners at every Court store countrywide from November 10, 2024. And the grand drawing takes place on December 24, 2024 at the Court's Mega Store. Court's, bringing value home. Conditions apply.
This Christmas, Digicel is bringing you the gift of millions. 10 lucky customers will become millionaires for Christmas. Top up $1,000 or more for your chance to win $1 million. Turn your Christmas into a celebration of cash and cheer. 2 new millionaires every week. The countdown to Christmas millions is on. Top up $1,000 or more today for your chance to win. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
Life is full of beautiful moments, but did you know that everyday activities can expose you and your loved ones to harmful worms? From playing in the dirt to cuddling with pets, even eating unwashed fruits and vegetables. These common activities can cause worm infestation. Intestinal worm infections can cause nausea, fatigue, bloating, or even stomach pains. Dr. Sentinel has the remedy for you. Use worm medicine to prevent infections and to rid your family of these pests. Check your nearest pharmacy for Leaven with pack sizes suitable for families large and small. Just a single dose after a meal treats common worms. Protect your family with Leaven so you can focus on what truly matters: making memories. Distributed by Massey Distribution, Guyana Limited.
Good evening and welcome to Thursday's edition of the Regional News. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva underwent his second procedure Thursday morning following his emergency brain surgery earlier this week, his doctor said, adding that the operation was successful. His doctor said the president is awake and speaking after the surgery lasted for about an hour. Doctors at Sao Paulo's hospital had already operated on the leftist leader for about 2 hours on Tuesday to drain bleeding between his brain and meningeal membrane, which they said was linked to the late October fall at his home. The second procedure, a middle meningeal artery embolization, was aimed at minimizing the risk of future bleeding. Jamaica is one step closer to becoming a republic and moving away from the British monarchy. The government yesterday afternoon introduced in Parliament a law to replace King Charles III with a ceremonial Jamaican president. The bill was tabled by Constitutional Affairs Minister Marlene Malahu Fort. She said the tabling of the bill marks progress towards reforming the Constitution to achieve national goals. Alongside the Republic transition, the bill proposed to entrench the Electoral Commission of Jamaica in the Constitution, incorporate national symbols, clarify Jamaican citizenship criteria, and strengthen constitutional amendment procedures. But approval for the law faced hurdles as the government and opposition disagree over Jamaica's final court. The opposition has been insisting that the United Kingdom-based Privy Council must be removed at the same time that the monarch is being replaced, while the government has argued that there is no consensus on the issue and that the decision on the court is set for a later phase in the reform process. The bill will sit on the table of Parliament for 3 months before moving to a debate in both houses. A joint select parliamentary committee will be established to review and report on the bill. Haiti's international airport reopened Wednesday, exactly 1 month after it was closed, when members of a criminal gang fired upon commercial aircraft landing at the international airport. The incident resulted in the injury of at least one flight attendant from the Spirit Airlines. The resumption of the commercial flights marked a turning point for the Haitian economy. It restores essential connectivity for international trade, encourages investment, and supports key sectors such as trade, tourism, and entrepreneurship, said a statement from the Office of the Prime Minister. However, no flights or passengers have been reported at the airport. Several international airlines that operated in Haiti, including American Airlines and Spirit Airlines, have canceled their flights to the country until further notice. The United States Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, had instituted restrictions barring U.S. airlines from flying to and from Haiti, where criminal gangs have been seeking to overthrow the government since the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse in July 2021. As a result of the FAA restrictions, measures that have been put in place include increased security around the airport, established through enhanced patrols and checkpoints coordinated between Haitian National Police, and additional support from Kenya-led Multinational Security Support, MSS mission. There has been a heavy police presence following the reopening, with heavy police presence at various checkpoints, discouraging public transportation in the area. Thank you for watching. I am Tiana Cole.
GS Jack Dio defends government 10% pay hike, says it's not a pittance. Hughes buttheads Attorney General over Magistrate Magusti's decision to allow Brutus's wife to leave the jurisdiction, and Anouk ready to push the envelope as calls mount for the use of biometrics at the next elections. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Travis Chase. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.